You can't make the most of your data if it's stuck in different silos. If it's scattered across the cloud, on-prem, and with your apps, then it's hard to access, hard to work with, and increasingly expensive. Now you can see it all and manage it all from one place. Welcome to Data Done Right. You can start managing your data, not your infrastructure. It's unified, simple, secure, and it's only with the Pure Storage platform. Get started at purestorage.com.
Welcome back to the Weekly Roast. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your heads? Ask yourself that, especially as we come into the winter. How is your head? Nevertheless, Mark Megan's Weekly Roast is proudly brought to you by Cialis for Men, helping you get and keep an erection whenever you need it. I am very happy to be working with the brand that will help men, not just with their erections, but in realising that there is nothing to be embarrassed about. Nearly 3 in 10 males have experienced ED, but only 1 in 4 are comfortable discussing it. Let's change that, Michael. Cialis for Men is now available without prescription from pharmacies nationwide. That's nationwide in English, would you believe? All it takes is a quick chat with your pharmacist and you're off to the races. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity contains tadalafil. Always read the label. Welcome to the table of the stories and the fables. Michael, are you able?
Wow, 4 rhymes.
From the front of the house to the gable.
5 rhymes.
I have huge news.
Oh?
The day has come.
Oh.
Yeah. First things first, you're very welcome to the Weekly Roast. Favourite time of the week.
Big time.
You're doing a world of good for my heart, my head, Michael's heart and his head. So thank you very much to every single person who takes the time to listen to the show each week. If you are a new listener to the show or a long listener, you know what to do. Click follow wherever you get your podcasts. It's completely free of charge. It costs you nothing. It means that you'll just get an episode shown up in your feed every single week, and it helps us in the charts, whatnot. Now, also just good stuff. The merchandise store is officially live. So if you want to get one of the OG Derangement jumpers, the On Y Va Let's Go t-shirts, the Donkey Bastards Donkey Kong merchandise, now is your chance. And by the way, you only have, I think, just under 2 weeks to do so, because come the 1st of December, I'll be changing out the merch. All of the original Derangements will be gone, On Y Vas will be gone, and we'll do a couple of limited edition Christmas jumpers.
Deadly.
So you've got 2 weeks left if you want to get some of the OG merchandise. That is justgoodstuff.ie. Particularly if you're overseas, you're away from Ireland and you want to rep all things cynical elsewhere. Now's your chance. Justgoodstuff.ie. Okay, forget all that. Are you ready?
Down to business.
Down to business. I don't know how to break this news because I am, honestly, my heart is palpitating.
There's beads of sweat.
Genuinely, like, I'm nervous to even say it, because by saying it then it makes it real and then it's happening and then there's no going back. Okay, but I will begin this by saying thank you so much, because I started doing podcasts at a kitchen table in Fulham in southwest London in 2019, and I just never really anticipated back then things would grow in the way that they did. I mean, I started doing Facebook videos, just the full life story. Started doing Facebook comedy videos back in 2014, and here we are 11 years later.
Thanks for the prologue.
There we go. 11 years later, the news is... Are you ready?
Do you want a drum roll or...
Yeah, give us a drum roll. Mark Megan live at the Olympia Theatre.
Hey!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Featuring Mystery Mick, of course.
Of course.
And maybe other guests.
Oh.
The Olympia Theatre, January the 31st, 2026. I am genuinely... I can't believe I'm saying that. It's clearly the biggest moment in my career. I just want to say thank you so much. It is going to be everything that I've ever wanted to do in a show over the last couple of years is going to be this. It's going to be a combination of the most ludicrous DMs that I have received. And if you haven't been to any of the shows this year, all I can say is this is going to be bigger and better and more outrageous. Think Graham Norton red chair on ketamine, okay? But not only are we going to have the DMs, we are also going to actually get some of the loons.
Let's go.
And get the loons live in the room. There is so much, and I will also be going through the whole entire annals of parenting unsolicited advice that I've received on Instagram. Rosie's obviously going to be in the mix. Rosie's probably going to open. She'll do a 10-minute set at the beginning. Anyway.
It's a christening.
Mark Megan live at the Olympia. All of the details of the show are currently on my Instagram at Megan Mark. Tickets go on sale this Friday morning at 10 a.m. Do yourself a favour and set the alarm.
Yes.
This is the big one. This is the one. Whether you are from Killybegs, Carrickmines or Donegal, I don't care where you're from. This is the one. Set your alarms. It's one night only, obviously, in the Olympia Theatre. It's not a tour. It's not the beginning of a tour. This is it.
One night only.
So if you're from Cork, if you're from Kerry, get the hotel or the hostel or the Airbnb or whatever you can booked now. This is the big one, January 31st. I wanted to call it Dry January Going Well.
Yeah.
They were like, absolutely not. You're a recovering alcoholic. And I was like, that's the gag. That's what makes it funny, Mum. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, tickets on sale this Friday. It's been a pretty magical year, you know, when it comes to work, the live shows, but most importantly, Rosie. And I just feel like, and yeah, this is the greatest way that I can't imagine a better way to close out the year than announcing this and for the tickets to be on sale this Friday. And also, January is so miserable. So
absolutely, yeah. No, it's a nice way to round it off.
Whenever we were like figuring out the dates, I was like, I want this to be the last Saturday of January, for this to be something to keep people going through January, look towards the end of it. And as I say, Dry January Going Well, this can be the night that your Dry January ends. Now, I know I shouldn't be encouraging people to drink. And I'm not suggesting that you bring some backstage for me and Michael. Do you know, that is definitely not what I want you to do. But what I do want you to do is put it in the diary, rally the troops. If you've got somebody in a Secret Santa who enjoys the old content, you know what I mean? If you've got some friends, if you have a wife, if you have a life, if you don't have any of the above but want to get involved and share the love live, all under the one roof, okay? January the 31st. Live at the Olympia. I can't believe
it's so exciting.
Hey Mark, so my sister's boyfriend at the time cheated on her and she broke it off. I was having absolutely none of it, but I had to meet back up with him to get some things back that she left in his place. And when she did, she was handed a white shopping bag with her belongings into it. And she opened it up and he had, first of all, drenched all of her stuff in Lynx Africa. But sitting on top of her stuff was a can of Coke. And she was like, what's with the can of Coke? And he was like, oh, you know the way I used to always buy you a can of Coke? As if that would be enough.
Yes, completely ludicrous.
She got out. Like, that's a good time to get out.
Not romantic at all.
No.
Reminds me of the time when I was 14, I was going out with this girl. True story, hand on heart. And she always slagged me because one time when she had called over to the house, there was this like ludicrous pink dressing gown on the back of the door in the spare bedroom.
Right.
And I arranged to meet her up one day in a public park, and I got there 20 minutes earlier, went into the bushes and I brought the dressing gown and put it on, and then walked out to meet her with the dressing gown on.
You did.
And she was like, you're a freak. And I was like, this is hilarious, no? And she was like, you look like a gay Merlin in this robe. I was like, cheers, that's my comedy career gone down the tubes. I don't understand how the Coke on top of the presents could be perceived as romantic.
Some people's barometer for what is romantic is very clearly low.
Spraying the bits in Lynx Africa, surely not.
I honestly don't understand how Links Africa hasn't been discontinued yet.
Well, if you go up to Blanchardstown Shopping Centre of a Saturday,
right,
you will genuinely smell the scent of a grown man's sack stuck to his thighs. The guys walking around Blanche, I'm telling you, personal hygiene, I often talk about this, personal hygiene post-COVID has gone out the window.
Agreed.
I don't understand how the males of Ireland are allowed to get out of their houses and they don't have friends, wives, sisters, brothers, fathers, what have you, to say to them, Desi, you stink. Get into the shower. Do you know what I mean? The smell of people. So I would honestly, Links Africa, sure, 77-hour spray, whatever. They should be dousing themselves in it.
Okay, I'm with you. Links Africa, though, I don't know. Just, it's kind of a sweet. It's very like, it's very 2000s.
What would you be, more of a Links Brexit? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, that's obviously that's what
you're
I'm
more
to
of
say.
a Links close the borders.
Links Ireland is full.
Do you know what I mean? You're a real Links. Watch those ports. Shoot on sight. Slicing holes in dinghies with a Swiss Army knife.
Jesus
You just
Christ.
It's too early for this.
No.
Oliver, let's go.
So during COVID lockdown, this was around the time where Snapchat had released the update that you could make like multiple different private stories. So like, instead of just having one private story, you could have like multiple different ones for different purposes. So it had occurred to me, which seemed logical at the time, I was going to make a private story and only add him into it, nobody else, and just use that. But I was really worried somehow that he'd find out. So instead, I spent about 3 hours individually going through all of my Snapchat friends, which was probably around like 400 or 500 people at the time, and individually blocking them all from my real story except for him, and then adding them all individually to a new private story. And then I just spent all of lockdown just posting things on my story that only he could see. And everyone, like, when I tell people this story, they went, oh, like, were you posting my thirst traps or anything? No, like, posting videos, like, baking during lockdown, videos of the wildflowers in my garden, just things that I thought he would find interesting. Needless to say, it didn't work. I think he replied to her, like, once or twice, but obviously we didn't get back together, and it was an unhinged thing to do. And if he ever found out, he would probably either move countries or get a restraining order or potentially both.
Good God.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
Hugely respected.
I was about, yeah.
Radical honesty and throwing herself to the wolves.
And self-awareness, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Love it.
Growth.
Not something we see here that often.
Very much now. Emotional awareness and actual growth. No. Strangers to those behaviours in these parts. Show us your arse and minges. Do you know what I mean? I think that's brilliant. I mean, it's complete and utter unadulterated madness.
Yeah.
So just for those of you unfamiliar, aka anybody over the age of 18 who doesn't have a Snapchat account, because as I often say, the calling cards of a nonce are to have Snapchat over the age of 18 and grown men in their 30s to wear high tops. That is it.
That's it. Those are the two.
See, the guys who wear cartoonish high top trainers are always weird. They're always too into American podcasts. They always... Oh yeah, have you listened to Chad Mulgowney? No, I don't care about these weird bro comedians who aren't even comedians. They just have big muscles, small dicks and tiny brains, and they want to suck farts outside Rogan's ass. Like, do you know what I mean though? Essentially Michael O'Malley. Yeah. Well, no. Anyway.
Both sides.
Okay, so for those of you not on Snapchat, what this person has done is she's effectively removed all of her friends, bar this ex-boyfriend, and curated and created content in an attempt just to appeal to him. We've all done it.
Oh no, we've all done it.
Not to that degree, but we've all done the curated post of like, I'm going to post a picture of this bookshop in a sort of performative way, knowing that girl who I recently, met is a big book nerd, and she's going to see this, and then she's going to see the book, and that will be the end of it.
Yes. That's the desired outcome.
By the way, this isn't like last Friday. Do you know what I mean? See you, Darren. Rosie's a bit ratty upstairs. I'm off. By the way, will you just wear knee pads when you're doing the gutters? Yeah, well, we've all done the performative stuff.
Oh, totally.
Do you know who does, by the way?
Okay.
This is going to seem like a weird shout.
Go on.
Jacob Elordi.
What?
I'm done with it, mate. Oh, Jacob Elordi, we're rocking a Hermes bag. We get it, Jordan. Or Jacob. Damn.
Jacob for Jordan.
He's a tosser, like. If his pants are any higher, they're above the nipple. And we get, it's this, he's like, he knows what he's doing.
He's a beautiful.
He's a borderline perfect specimen.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm not. And I don't like being reminded of that. And when I see people that are better than me, I just get sad. No, but yeah, I feel like it's performative. Oh, walking around with the novel and the handbag and the new Bottega. You didn't like Bottega 4 years ago when you were in Sydney chucking oranges at the foreign student, did you?
Sorry.
You never heard about Tangerine Gate?
No.
Google it.
What?
Nothing will come up because I just made it up, but still. You don't see the...
He's taller and better looking than me.
You don't see the influencers reaching for the Dick Cheney quotes. Don't you not?
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, you don't see the old I'm not going to name them, but you don't see the Irish influencers posting the quotes to their stories. If anything, the Iraqis will see us as liberators. No, they won't, Dick. No, they won't. He lasted a lot longer than Eminem's first diss, to be fair.
Yeah.
The old husband's heart problem is complicated.
Yeah. I like it.
Evidently it was.
Eventually.
I don't know if the Iraqis do deem you as liberators, by the way.
No, you decimated their country.
Yeah, so, political. Don't get political. This is a place for people to escape. That's my one rule.
Okay.
So...
Sorry.
Jordan Lordy. Oh, Lordy. It's a sloppy start. I'm so sleep deprived.
That's okay.
I'm not going to do the mail complaining about everything because it's impossibly harder for Darren, and we are worlds apart in terms of the struggle in early days of parenthood. But I will say this. I had about 1 hour and 45 hours of sleep last night. I even said that wrong. Yeah, I can't even speak.
Great sleep. Mark,
You're not coming to the Olympia. Unless we need an usher last minute, 7.50 an hour. I put this thing on Instagram. This is so embarrassing.
Go on.
We sat down to watch TV. This is, you know, they talk about baby brain.
Yeah.
I was like, that's all a nonsense. Doesn't exist. We sat down to watch a movie yesterday, right? And it was Jack Reacher because it was just like accessible slop that requires no brain. Evidently, that was true because I pressed I and it was like, oh, released in 2012. And I looked at there and I was like, oh my God. How fucking crazy is that 2012 is closer to 1990 than it is to now? And she was like, oh my God, we are such old bastards. And with the two of us just sat there like in awe. I then posted it on my Instagram.
No, you didn't.
Going like, hey, by the way, prepare for your minds to be blown. Just watched a movie that was filmed in 2012. How fucking crazy is that it was actually closer to 1990 than it is to now? And I posted up, it was up for about 38 seconds and I had about 15 messages from people going, sorry, your maths are fucking, you have no idea what you're talking about. And then I realised it was 22 years versus 13. I deleted the story, but then I just, people still saw it, but it was...
I am
so embarrassing. Let's just go.
Okay.
Hi Mark, hi Nick. I was going out with a lad before and his family just always got involved, always wanted to be involved. It was very, very annoying. Smothering, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to our breakup anyway, and that was part of the reason why. And I just was basically ignoring all forms of contact from him. And one Sunday morning, I was sitting on the couch, hungover, and I could hear doors of a car shut outside. Looked out my front window. There's his mum, his dad, his sister, and his little niece, all trotting in the driveway. Panicked, and I ran into the kitchen, slid down behind the wall because of his glass door, and the father was looking in the window. The mother was calling my name through the letterbox. They were knocking at the window, they were knocking at the front door. I'd hide in the kitchen, I suppose, for 5 minutes. They were on about, they were mentioning passport, blah, 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 blah. Turned out he told them that I had his passport and wouldn't give it back.
So, hold on a second here. And this happened a lot yesterday. Lad, this is just breaking and entering.
This is a crime.
Oh, overzealous parents. Well, his dad was up the drain pipes, you know what I mean? Snorting lines of pubic hair out of the gusset of my jocks.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God.
Like Tony Mintana.
Oh,
Don't stay alone. I can't do it. Can't do it, Tony. Give me a Tony Montana.
you want to play with...
Who's that?
Oh, I don't
Ray
know.
Winstone.
Oh, stop.
Ray Winstone with laryngitis. Like, ooh, let's let's get Ray Winstone to promote our gambling brand. That will make it funny and laddishness and loutish and defeat the fact that it's actually just do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Gambling companies, where's the regulation there?
It's insane.
Oh, it's all just fucking matey. Yeah, mate, alright guys, brilliant. Then they're not stealing from me because they speak to me like my mates speak to me.
They sound like they're from Essex.
They sound like, oh, he's a lad. I want to be, oh, he likes football, curries and tits. I better give him all of my money. How do they get away with it?
It is utterly insane.
All right, mate. You want to see Peter Crouch's for? You know what I mean? Don't know.
Finish that.
Nevertheless, said Peter. Nevertheless,
yeah.
Families, overzealous families are just too much.
Like bringing the niece as well. Like you're getting children involved. That's a bridge too far, I feel.
The only time that children should ever be brought into like a romantic dispute is if you're using them to like emotionally manipulate a court in order to get. Do you know what I mean? That would be the only time.
I've always said it.
I've always said this, guys. Okay, the only time that it's fair to bring a child into a romantic or marital dispute is if there is a legal dispute over child custody. Do you know what I mean? And you want to feign a relationship with the child just to get at the ex rather than actually caring for the child's well-being. That is the only time. And I have famously said that. Do you know what I mean? Much like nurses being overpaid, you know? And those in wheelchairs faking it. These are just three things that I have always famously said. That's a joke, by the way. All of it is a joke. The joke is that none of those things are reasonable or rational things to say, lest a pervert is out there going, well, this is ridiculous. The custody system in Ireland, I know. We know that the custody laws are very complex and shit. So that's the gag, isn't it? Gag. If you're explaining you're losing, Megan, oh, I'm the CEO. Too many people these days have CEO in their bios.
Totally agree.
What's the story with that? Every third fucking person that follow, every time I get followed, right, I get a few followers a day. I always just click onto their bio. Darren thinks it's completely insane, but I'm like, I'm completely insane. I thought that was very, very evident, my love. But I look at every single person that follows me because I just like to get a sense of who follows me.
Yeah, bit of a pulse check.
Yeah, exactly. But I would say 1 in 3 people that follow me have CEO in their bio now. CEO of being a mom. CEO of the brow salon, CEO of property, CEO of coaching or helping empower. The word empower these days is bandied around. It's just empower, coaching, CEO. I feel like every decade has just 3 letters that you have to worry about.
Go further on that one.
Okay, well at the moment it's CEO.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s it was Y2K.
Y2K, yeah.
In the 80s it was HIV. That's conspiracy by big letters. There's alphabet something. There's something called
the big alphabet.
Big alphabet are after every decade. There's 3 letters. What do you think?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you. In the 2000s, they moved to numbers.
Okay, let's just stop. Tinfoil hat. Very good, Michael.
Thank you, Mark.
Michael made a joke. Michael made a joke.
You can't make the most of your data if it's stuck in different silos. If it's scattered across the cloud, on-prem, and with your apps, then it's hard to access, hard to work with, and increasingly expensive. Now you can see it all and manage it all from one place. Welcome to Data Done Right. You can start managing your data, not your infrastructure. It's unified, simple, secure, and it's only with a Pure Storage platform. Get started at purestorage.com.
Guys, you're very welcome back to the Weekly Roast. I hope that you were enjoying it. And again, I just want to say thank you so much. The Olympia Theatre, 31st of January, is quite astonishing to be able to say that that's actually a thing, and to be able to see my name on a poster at the Olympia is utterly insane. First time I've actually, okay, not the only time my work has been heard there.
Oh?
Yeah, Mark Feely from Westlife did a sold out show there in 2015, and Mark, one of the songs I wrote for him, he sang and performed it there, so I was there with my family for that, so that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
But this is obviously me performing the work. So just honestly, not to get all, I don't want to get all misty eyed and all the rest, and we have to bloody sell the tickets, so it's far too early to be celebrating. But I do just want to say, like, choosing the path of comedy is by no means an easy one, and more often than not it's just relentless persistence more than anything else. And it's all well and good having the good days, but there are lots and lots of down and dog shit days. So thank you so much. The idea of doing this is just so insane, and it's all because of you and people who have taken the time to support, you know, me since the beginning. So yeah, just thank you so much. This Friday 10 a.m, set the alarms. This is the big one. I will be roasting people in the audience, but we'll be discussing that with you closer to the time. We did a bit of it during this in the last show in Galway, and there's going to be more of that. So if you have somebody in your life who you think would like to be roasted on stage or in the crowd, let me know. It's going to be the funniest night of all of our lives, and a great thing to look forward to at the end of January, because we all know post-Christmas blues. So if you're looking to get Christmas presents for somebody this week, this Friday is when to do it. Tick the boxes before all hell breaks loose in December with the madness. And yeah, let's go. Has to be on the record to be said that thank you so much to Mystery Mick for joining, because ever since myself and Michael have started working together, everything has just gotten better. Truly, everything has gotten better, funnier, more enjoyable. I hope that resonates, and I hope that that's palpable for the listener, because if there's one lesson that I've learned this year, work with people that you love and that you get along well with, because that is the game changer, which is why it breaks my heart. My massive heart.
There it is.
It breaks me apart to say that you're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Kieran's coming back on. Let's go, baby.
Hi, Mark. I am just sending in this voice note to tell you about my horrendous ex. When we split up years and years ago, he knew I loved Ant and Dec, and he knew that I loved everything they did. I loved Dance Celebrity and that. And at the time, they had written a book. He travelled to Dublin in Exes to get the book for me, but he wrote a big long note on the front page of the book with all the reasons why he should be taken back. He changed his writing, I think, in the hope that I would think that it was Ant and Dec actually writing all the reasons why he should be taken back. He queued up apparently and got Ant and Dec to sign it, and then he posted through my letterbox. So needless to say, we didn't get back together. My only hope is that when he wrote all the big note about why I should take him back, I'm hoping that he did that after poor Ant and Dec signed the book, and that they weren't subjected to his bullshit.
Okay. You can't be judgmental of people who like Ant and Dec.
No.
It's, as far as hobbies are concerned, it's niche.
Yes.
You know, stamp collecting, metal detecting,
bird watching,
ornithology.
Oh.
You know,
Mark, after the second night in the Ambassador, a lovely lady walked up to me and said that you and I are like the Irish Ant and Dec.
You're fucking joking me.
I swear to God. How'd you feel about that?
I hope my face says it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's disgust.
The Irish Ant and Dec.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's apt.
I think we know who the Irish Ant and Dec are. We're more of like the Irish wacky races with Muttley.
Oh.
We're like the Irish sort of Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and then Michelle Williams.
Oh.
You being Michelle Williams.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
I'm sort of both Beyonce and Kelly Rowland when she released Stole.
Okay.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah.
She could have been a movie star, never got the chance to go that far. Her life was stole. So yeah, we're not the Irish Ant and Dec. I always wonder about Ant and Dec. Would you say they've seen each other's willies?
Obviously.
Okay, all right. Someone's got a case of the obviouslies.
No, yes, definitely. Sorry, definitely.
I wonder what their book was. A book written by two people. That can't be.
I suppose they do everything together, so...
Well, like Philadelphia, here I come, you've got Gar Public and Gar Private, so I wonder was it sort of like that?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Nevertheless, sorry, let's get back to the...
Can we come back to this? I think this is lovely.
I think this is quite thoughtful.
Like, in a world of Lynx Africa and Coke and PowerPoint presentations, yeah, obviously...
Or as your life coach would call it, the boot of his car. Do you know what I mean? Or as every single Instagram CEO would call it, the back of his fucking gym bag. Disgusting aftershave, PowerPoint presentations that he's downloaded for 20 snids. Oh, God. No, I'm going to leave the life coaches for a sec. Keep going.
Okay. No, but I think he's at least tried to tap into something that she likes.
Cares about, yes.
He's gone to a huge effort.
Yeah.
The messaging probably a bit much.
You can imagine that now. Like, let's be honest. Okay, you've got the Book of Kells in Trinity. I'd say Anton Deck's book in Easton's on O'Connell Street equal cute.
Yeah.
If that was high summer now, I would say
as equally relevant in the
literary sort of
history or the annals
in the annals of library, like that is. You've got Ulysses, then you've got sort of portrait of and then you've got Anton Dick live and laughing. Anton Dick. I didn't even mean that. Just thinking about dicks.
Freudian slip.
Freudian Mick.
I actually think it's nice. I think
it's lovely.
A legitimate effort. Obviously, it hasn't worked out, but he cares about it.
I always just think about Anton Deck when I see like this 14-year-old sloppo on stage about to do an embarrassingly bad version of like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and they're there at the side with his parents going, "Oh my God, are you seeing this?" Yeah, we've all seen this.
It's a literal talent show.
He's been prancing around the house in Swindon doing this for 9 years. He's got no friends, Ant. Or sorry, Deck, whichever way. I always get you two mixed up. Do you know what I mean? Could you just do something obvious like... If we put you both behind the wheel of a car. No, good luck. Go on. Keep going. You can't. We of all people can't.
No. Would you do The Jungle?
What do you mean? Would I do...
Yeah.
Yes, I would do something like that. I'd love to go on to like a Big Brother and just be like, I'm going after each and every one of you. I don't care. Like, I would lose the public vote on day one. Because I'm not mass appeal. I'm a niche. I'm a sort of niche audience.
You're a Marmite.
The people who get me really get me, and the vast majority are like, what's that fucking prick all about? Some woman wrote under my post announcing that I was 4 years sober, right? Absolute dope of a man. Brilliant. What? Wait till he gets sick of the child. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Fully just has her account there. Thank you for that. What a lovely person. So, I feel sorry for me, actually.
Yeah.
Olympia Theatre, 31st of January. What a way to start 2026. Let's go, my friends. It's going to be the comedy night of the year. Do not miss it.
The two things that stand out to me is my ex created a I thought it was a WhatsApp group, but in the last half an hour, I've actually been informed that it was a Facebook Messenger group. So he created a Facebook Messenger group named I'm Sorry and proceeded to send this big long essay of a message to my best friends. There wasn't a full stop or a comma in sight. Every sentence flowed into the next. So anyway, in all this essay of him saying how much he missed me and asking them to talk to me, to try convince me to take him back. In this essay, he said that he missed me that much that he missed the smell of my farts.
No, absolutely not. Just absolutely not. It's completely insane. Absolutely not. Stephen, do you have a word? Yeah, babes, what's going on? Just, could you just close your dressing gown for a sec? Yeah, we need to have a chat. Okay. Everything all right? Yeah, just, listen, I don't know if this relationship's going to work. Sorry? Yeah, man, your obsession with sort of ass-related stuff, from navel to gooch, just sort of everything in and around the ass, sort of flatulence-related, it's just too much. You just constantly... Oh, babes, what the shit are you talking about? No, see, that's part of it. That's all part of it. No, don't do it now, Stephen. Could you just keep the ass together for... No, it's this. This is all the reason, okay? You clearly have a fetish. It's over, okay? I just can't do it anymore. I tried. You need to get yourself some help, okay? Okay, no worries. 3 weeks later, he sent a message about it. He just can't help himself. Bit of an obscure one there. Nevertheless, how in God's name could that seem like the appropriate way to win her back?
It's absolutely not.
Do you know what? I wonder if Ciara, Deandra and Grania got a message from me. Would they be, yeah, that's... Do you know what? If you get to the friends first, then you know, like Tupac always said, right? And I'm going to say it as he said it. I wouldn't say it like this. But Tupac said, you don't make music for guys, okay?
Brothers.
Yeah, you don't make music for the guys. You make music for for women.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, make music for the women, and then the guys will come. That would not in that sort of way, but in the music way. Yeah. How did that go for you, Tupac? Going to any boxing matches recently?
Jesus Christ!
How's Mr. Shuck Knight getting on? Do you know what I mean? Mr. Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls. Nevertheless, yeah. So he obviously thought, let's get to the friends first, and then he just says, "Oh yeah, Deandra, listen." I know Maeve said to me that it's over, but I was just wondering, have you smelled any of her farts yet? Have you got no whiff of her G-string?
Jesus.
Have you tasted the air when she moved her arse from the bus? Has she gotten up from the bus seat and left a waft up your nostrils and you can feel the hairs on your upper lip? January 31st. This is crap. Let's go.
Hiya, Mark. Congrats on the birthday of your Rosie. She's a wee cutie.
Yeah.
I went to the Debs with this fella, obviously, back in the day. We were seeing each other when we were, like, young, obviously. Fast forward about 10 years later, I get this random like on Hinge. I'm living in Melbourne, and it was him. So I met up with him anyway, one thing led to another. And then he's just like, I'm still really mad about you. I'm like, want to give it a go. I'll do it in my power to stay with you. At the time, I had my visa and all sorts to stay on here, and he had to go do his farm work. And completely out of the blue, he called me being like, I think we need a break until I'm finished my farm work. I'm finding it really difficult not being with you. And I said, well, who's the other girl? Lo and behold, 2 months later, he moves back to Melbourne with a new girlfriend. Haven't heard from him since.
Okay. So... sort of isn't really somebody trying to win you back, is it?
It's actually the opposite.
I think this is somebody just breaking up with you. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's shit. It's crap. But that's just flakiness. Flaky, horny, motivated morons not taking people's time seriously. I think, is that, I don't know if that's a recovery and a sobriety thing or if that's just a getting older thing, where the biggest regret that I have from like previous relationships is just the time, people's time that you wasted.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, you knew for whatever reason from the start that ultimately you were hiding things, and like in terms of drinking, but then also just like, you're just even not even relationships, but just like,
just emotionally you don't have it together, so you're just chaotic
and like seeing people, and it's all just a complete mess. But it's like, maybe that's just growing old, Michael.
I think so.
Maybe I should put down the stick, stop beating myself. I gave away 2 free pieces of merchandise yesterday. And I posted about it publicly so people know that I'm good. Because nothing makes charity work true like posting about it, as I've always said. Justgoodstuff.ie for those of you who are looking to get the merch. They've saying it is the greatest merchandise ever released.
Who's saying that exactly?
Oniva, let's go.
And Mystery Mick, I absolutely love the podcast. I am a new enough listener, but I'm back to the very first episode and listened the whole way through. So my ex attempted to refollow me on Instagram twice. Both times I deleted, and on the second time I blocked. But 2 days after each follow request, I received a call from a no caller ID number. So I cancelled the call. But because he couldn't get through to me on my phone, he decided to leave me prank voicemails.
Good.
So the first time was just like making spoofy noises down the phone and stuff like this. It was going up to Halloween. I thought, it could be a coincidence. So I just let it go. I didn't think too much into it. But then the following week, again, I got another follow request. This time I just deleted and blocked. And again, 2 days later, a phone call from a no caller ID number. So I cancelled it. And again, he left me a prank voicemail, pretending to be a takeaway, like screaming down the phone at me, saying that my order is ready to come and pick up my order. All this is just ridiculous, childish stuff. So I kind of had an idea who it was. So I went in and I blocked the phone number, and I have not received a phone call.
Okay, I have a few questions here. So the following on Instagram It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's standard enough fare in terms of Exes, late night follows, late night DMs, whatnot. What I'm concerned about is the prank calling. How is he trying to win you back? And then you say, making spooky noises. And then she says, oh, but I just sort of like, you know, played it off because obviously it was coming up to Halloween. Does she mean like, oh, well, obviously it was coming up to Halloween, so it was probably just a ghost?
Obviously.
It was probably just one of those banshees with the wrong number. Oh, you're not Dunstan Grange from Castlelock, are you? No, we're in Fibsworth. Wrong person, sorry. Sorry. When you're pranking your ex and you're pretending to be a girl, like...
I feel like that's something you would have done in a former life, no? You were a great man for a prank. A prank phone call.
I told you I used to do loads of pranks.
Yeah.
I might bring back pranking. I'm a huge fan of prank.
Great.
I'm a huge fan of prank calls. I'm a very big fan of prank calls. I actually have a dictaphone still with some of the pranks I did when I was 14.
Do you?
To say cancelled. Some of the vocabulary and accents used are, I'm pretty sure, would see me doing a stint in The Hague. Like, do you know what I mean? They're completely outrageous. Like, but sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Prank. Well, I did do one of the pranks that I did. I'd forgotten about this, but a friend of mine who actually, a school friend of mine, married this woman, you know, a few years ago, and a lovely woman, and a lovely school friend. But she was like to him, oh, you know Mark Megan, don't you? And he was like, multi-talented, multidisciplinary artist Mark Megan. Writer, musician, comedian. Yeah. I think I know. I like to consider. Anyway, He was like, yeah, I know Mark. What's the story? And she was like, I actually went on a date with him when we were 13.
No way.
And he was like, did you? Yeah. And he was like, how was that? And she was like, really weird. Shock. Doesn't come as a shock.
And then a bathrobe in a park.
She was like, we went to Dunleary Cinema and he bought me. Let's go. He bought me popcorn and a drink, and himself popcorn and drink, and then like handed me his to hold everything, and then he pretended to get a text message, be like, oh shit, I actually have to go, sorry, I've just gone to text from my mum, she's outside, there's been an accident. And he ran outside and just left me standing there for like 5 minutes. So I didn't know what to do, and then he came back in laughing his head off. Let's go. How good is that?
That's unbelievable.
I love hearing a story about myself when I'm a kid, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still a dickhead. It was always there.
That's still hilarious.
Do you know what I mean? I still find that very, very funny. Do you know what I mean? My sister got a job when she was in 4th year. I was like studying for the Leaving Cert at the time. She got a job. Oh no, she was. I was doing the junior cert, and she was in 1st year somewhere, and she got a job in a Pets, and I used to ring up pretending to be dogs. Just the most insanely, hello? She'd be like, Mark, I'm telling Mum, I feel bad. Just like, get a life, you loser, you pathetic loser. Stop trying to make a career out of being insane. Nevertheless, January 31st, Olympia Theatre, let's go.
You can't make the most of your data if it's stuck in different silos. If it's scattered across the cloud, on-prem, and with your apps, then it's hard to access, hard to work with, and increasingly expensive. Now you can see it all and manage it all from one place. Welcome to Data Done Right. You can start managing your data, not your infrastructure. It's unified, simple, secure, and it's only with a Pure Storage platform. Get started at purestorage.com.
Hi Mark. So back in 6th year, I was shifting a guy. Things were grand at the start. He seemed like a really nice guy and wasn't afraid to show me that he liked me, which was different than most other guys at that time. Anyway, I only met him a couple of times and things started to get a bit weird when I got a text from him, firstly saying that he was writing songs about me. I started to back away then and I decided to break things off. So he called me a bitch and would send me texts then saying that it was my fault that his grandmother died. he also said after that his dog was sick. I can't remember what exactly was wrong with the dog, but it wasn't looking too good, and he tried to get me into staying with him in case the dog also died. I obviously didn't want to stay with him at all, so I said no, and I'm pretty sure the dog did die after that. Looking back, I know, like, clearly he had a lot going on, very stressful life events, and I suppose it was probably easier for him to pay me for whatever happened. But I'm pretty sure, looking back, if I had stayed with him, I probably would have ended up on a true crime podcast at this point. So yeah, so that's my story. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is a lot.
Crazy.
I love the emotional awareness.
Yeah.
I love the emotional intelligence and the fact that she can still, exercise a little bit of empathy and say to him, listen, he had a lot going on. The dead dog, blaming him for his granny's blaming her for the granny's illness has been
It's a lot.
What was the illness? Do you know what I mean? What did Nana like? Was it the ticker? Was it the cow? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was it the hip?
Maybe she really liked him. Or she really liked her.
It's usually the hip, isn't it?
Yeah. That's kind of the first thing to go.
She's had a spill. When they call it a spill, it's like, come on, guys.
When you go from falling to having a fall.
She's not the RTE News guy on the ice. Nana's took a bit of a tumble. She wasn't doing the tobogganing down the stairs of the living room. Do you know what I mean? She was watching Winning Streak and she slipped on a Murray mint. She
got a bit excited.
She was temporarily blinded by the varicose veins in her ankle. This is just fucking outrageous. She got some blue rinse in her eye and damaged her retina, and so she walked into the conservatory window. And she grabbed her cat and she thought it was her deceased husband, Jeremy. Hello, no, this is just, you've had too much. You've had too much coffee. It's all, have you ever written a song for somebody? I've written poetry for people.
Yeah, I've written songs.
Any lyrics off the hand?
Absolutely
Give
not.
us one. You've got to give us one.
There's literally no hope. There is.
You strike me as somebody who was writing bad acoustic guitar songs and then just was like, you know what, she broke up with me, so I'll change it to like include her. So it's like, yeah, I wrote you a song. Did you? Yeah. What's it got like? Driving down the freeway next to the motel and I think of myself, Neve Clarkson, taking me back to where I want to go. You know, that sort of music.
I don't want to go there.
Give us it. Give us something.
There is no way. I did have, at a point in my sobriety, I had to go through notes on my phone and just mass delete stuff from
the notes.
Cacophony of horrificness there.
The drunken notes in the iPhone,
Ooh.
which you think are profound, are truly the no. Let's just play the music and, I don't know, say the Serenity Prayer or something, okay? Let's go.
So I get home one day and I open the letterbox and there's a long letter from this girl telling me how my son has committed a crime and he has stolen something from her. So I'm really upset, and then I ask my son, who's his 20s, what's this about? So we didn't say the words, but we're pretty sure it's a pair of knickers we're talking about.
Okay, so that's still theft. Don't be worried. Also, let's major, vital, fundamentally monumental, pivotal question in this whole dilemma. Yeah. Was she wearing the knickers when he robbed them? Because then it's a very different proposition. Do you know what I mean? One of them is a little bit of petty pilfering and the other's like Donncha Callan with the red jocks. Oh, Megan bringing up the pop culture references. Imagine that. Only in Ireland. Only in Ireland does the feckin' rain. Christmas is coming. Christmas jammies. If you post a picture of yourself in Christmas jammies before November the fucking 29th on your Instagram, you deserve to be penetrated with a 6 foot long Christmas tree by the ghost of Ebenezer Scrooge. I don't care. Sorry, couldn't resist the coziness. Yes, you should, you shoot. Do you know what I mean? It's just too much. We can't have Christmas for this long. And I know you did the post about it.
I know, I'm saying nothing.
But that was a little gifted stay. And what do we love to see? Mystery Mick getting mystery gifts.
Yay.
Let's go. Mental. Don't be stealing anybody's knickers. But, okay, I understand that you might be minimising it, saying it's not that weird, but it's still not good behaviour, like.
Yeah, I think if you're... Okay, this is actually a very good rule of thumb. If you're left with, like, an ex's items, you can hang on to them, or they can be. But if you're taking them after the fact you've broken up, you're now in the wrong.
Correct. And I've got one story. We're running out of time, but I've got one story about theft that I have to say. I've said it before on the podcast, and I always say it, but this story is so good, it gives me frisson down the back of my neck whenever I think about it. Okay, are you ready for this?
Go for it.
So, my sister's friend, her parents had a dinner party. Okay, this is about 10 years ago in Dublin. Actually, probably 15 years ago now, Dublin. They had a dinner party with three of their closest friends, as in couples. Yeah. So like, whatever, 6, 8 people there, right? Saturday night, great stuff. After the dinner party, the next morning, the mum realised that they had this like display piece of like gorgeous silverware in the dining room, like classic Irish sort of home in the 90s. You know, the sort of like felt like cases, and it has it open, and then there's like little forks and spoons that are never used for anything, but they're just like really good. Exactly. So anyway, she had these there, and there was like a family heirloom. They were gone.
Okay.
And she was like, asked her husband, she's like, Peter, do you know where these are gone? Nope, they've been taken. She's like, okay, well, this is absolutely bananas. Whatever. They send a message immediately to the 3 couples, being like, right guys, really weird, really awkward, but like, don't know if somebody's taking the piss or if this is a prank, but the spoons and forks are gone from the thing in the dining room. Everyone's like, don't know what you're talking about. This went on for like a week. They're like, okay, joking aside now, can we actually stop? Because these are in the family, my mum's family, blah, 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 for years, whatever. Everybody denied it. So like, imagine that sense of betrayal, knowing that like one of your best friends has actually betrayed you, right?
Yeah, awful.
Went on, and they weren't getting it back. Everybody just pleading the fifth, whatever. Eventually they had an idea. So they're like, okay guys, listen, we've spoken to the Four Seasons Hotel in Bullsbridge. This is an amnesty. We've got until December the 31st to return the cutlery. We will say nothing. We won't even be there. They're not going to tell us who dropped it in. You know what I mean? But just if you just please, we beg of you,
that's decent.
Return the cutlery, and we'll never speak of this again. Okay? A few weeks go by. They get a call from the hotel. Yeah, how's it going, guys? The bits have been handed in.
Okay.
Here's the kicker.
Go on.
They told each couple a different hotel. Let's fucking go! Hook that to my... That's better than a relapse. That is... Hook it to my veins. That'll keep me going all week.
Oh, I love it.
Let's go. That for me, you've killed it. You've nailed life.
Yeah.
Genius. 31st of January, Olympia Theatre. Let's go.
So I was going out with a guy a few years ago, only for about 4 months, I'd say. Nothing too serious from my side, but obviously it was way more serious on his end. Woke up one morning with DMs from a girl, all in Portuguese. He was Brazilian. Basically saying that they were married and that she was coming back to Dublin. And he maintained she was lying. I obviously broke up with him, but I had left a few bits in his apartment that he needed to return to me, and he kept ringing me, trying to meet up with me, and I wouldn't. I refused. One day he'd text me and say he's in hospital, complete lies, trying to get me to come and see him. Then I had to meet up with his housemate to get my belongings because I just didn't want to meet him. And in amongst my belongings was a letter. It was more like a friend's letter, like Rachel and Ross. It was like 12 pages long, about how much he loved me and how much he wanted me back. And yeah, in the midst of it all was in the letter a note to say that he was holding on to my underwear because they were part of a set, in the hopes that I would really want to get this pair of underwear back, to return it to its matching bra. Yeah, madness.
Good stuff. It wouldn't be like a Latino to be a fiery lover by any chance, wouldn't it? Is that? That's a stereotype.
Yeah.
I feel like it's self-professed though.
If I was...
From my dating days, I used to remember encountering like Tinder bios from Brazilians, and I'd be like, Brazilian in Dublin. Well, that was literally Tinder. Every Tinder was just Brazilian in Dublin. But it was like Brazilian in Dublin, like Latino, I've got soul, energy, kick ass. Cool, you're scaring me.
I'm intimidated.
Yeah, I'm intimidated by this. It's all mental.
I like missionary and silence.
I like taciturn, Irish, closed off, emotionally withdrawn, swept under the rug, Aladdin style, you know, suppressed, repressed, breath. Go on.
Coitus, not love. Like,
It's disgusting, Michael.
Mark.
And racist. So let's go. Oh, where's the best place in Dublin to get a Brazilian? Dicey's on a Tuesday. Let's go.
So I dated a guy that I was working with in my early mid-20s and broke up with him a few times. The first time I broke up with him, he told me that his younger cousin tried to hang himself. Sorry, I should have done like trigger warning, whatever. He would say things to me like every day, because he used to walk home from work, and said one time he was walking home from work and 2 drug users attacked him and he managed to fight one of them and he was in a bad shape, you know, like really upset. Then he told me he was walking home from work and seen another, like a man dying in the street and ambulance people working on the guy, and the guy died. Then he hand wrote and hand delivered a 4 or 5 A4 page long letter to my mother, begging her to beg me to reconsider to get back with him. I was mortified. Embarrassingly, like, I did get back with him. Then I broke up with him again a couple of months later, and he told me his mom collapsed on Christmas Day and was taken into hospital. This time round, he was getting a bit aggro with the harassment. Like, one time he followed me to the dart station after work and was harassing me to reconsider to get back with him, like just kind of begging me and making it really uncomfortable until I was like crying. Okay. Then he went down the threatening route, and he said if I didn't get back with him, he'd be telling all our colleagues I cheated on him.
Okay, I think that like this is the part where it's like, well, we're not going to make light of literal harassment and somebody threatening you and, you know, stealing your serenity to the extent that you're crying and feeling like that your actual health and safety is compromised in any capacity.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a lovely note to leave things on. January the 31st, Olympia Theatre. Tickets on sale this Friday. Put it in your phone, my friends. Set the alarm. Christmas. This is your Christmas. Hopefully this is your Christmas present sorted. Maybe it's your other half's Christmas present sorted. Maybe it's your Secret Santa present sorted. Maybe you just want to get sorted. January the 31st. What a lovely thing to look forward to in the new year.
Absolutely.
There's also going to be a section of this show where it'll be the worst person that you follow on Instagram, and I'm going to be looking for contributions. Isn't it? I want to get contributions from people for the big PowerPoint where we're going to have like worst ever stat. It's going to be hilarious. Guys, this is, imagine, as I say, a mixture of like a TED Talk on E meets the Graham Norton Red Chair meets a little bit of stand-up meets like the most insane parenting advice meeting room that you've ever been in. I can't wait, and thank you so much. Have a good week. If you're going to be going, send me a message. The next 48 hours are sort of going to be existential hell for me, so I look forward.
I'll be checking in on you hourly.
I look forward to that. When I do the announcement on Instagram, check out the post at Megan Mark. You'll see all of the details there. I would really appreciate your support. Get behind it, leave a nice comment, etc., etc. Play the game for the old algo, as they say. And thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.